Hey, this is Ken from the Information Nation bringing you more stuff. Yeah, we got more stuff for you. MotherJones News. Exactly. How often do police shoot unarmed black men? The killing in Ferguson was one of many such cases. Here's what the data reveals. I'm going to go through this a little bit. Then I'm going to point something out to you. And they go through here. Killing of Michael Brown by police in Ferguson, Missouri was no anomaly. As we reported yesterday, Brown was the latest of four unarmed black men who died at the hands of police last month. And there are many other cases. 4 years passed. And they go to the American Civil Liberties Union and talk to them. And they went to, I think it was the NAACP, and they talked to them. But there's no prejudice there whatsoever, other than the liberal narrative, which is what they want to do. And they do some other things in here in this article, and this shows you the way the mainstream media takes and twists stuff to make people think that this is an epidemic, and it's not. It's not an epidemic by a long shot. So let's, we need not look for individual races to say that we have a culture of policing that is really rubbing salt into a long-standing racial wound, NAACP President Cornell William Brooks told MotherJones. Then they talk about Oakland, California, and then they talk about New York City, and they bring you the statistics from that. Now, I've got to give them some credit, because we're going to get down here a little bit farther. This is gunfire in New York City. I'm going to post this article down below in the description so you can go ahead and read the darn thing. But here's, often police officers do not get convicted or sentenced. Maybe it could be because they're not guilty. You know, they screamed and hollered about justice. We want justice for Michael Brown. And then when the grand jury, who listened to a lot of testimony, and a lot of eyewitnesses, many of whom were black, and they came back with no reason to indict this man, well, that wasn't enough justice for him. I guess justice would have been had they taken him down on the main drag and hung him from a light pole. That's the kind of justice they wanted. But let's look at something else. Between 2003 and 2009, the Department of Justice reported that 4,813 people died while in the process of arrest or in the custody of law enforcement. These include people who died before an officer physically placed him or her under custody or arrest. Now, here's what you're going to find interesting. Let me get down to the whole chart right here. This comes from the Bureau of Labor, Department of Justice. If you look where it says race, white, non-Hispanic, tops the list. Black is roughly 25% less. Then you have Hispanic, other, and unknown. The others include American Indians, Alaska Natives, Asians, Native Hawaiians, and other Pacific Islanders, and person with two or more races. All right, but if you look across, you can see that every year from 2003 all the way to 2009, whites are killed at die at a higher rate than blacks, or Hispanics, or the others. The other thing that I found interesting is the main age is between 25 and 44 years old. If you look right here, that seems to be where your problem lies, and it pretty much lies all the way across, except, you got some 18 to 24-year-olds, but mostly it lies in this area right here where you have a large amount of people that die in the hands of the police. Now, this is not an epidemic, and here's the reason I'm going to say that to you. We're talking about 4,813 people in a country of over 300 million. Probably put a better way to you, let's say you had $300 million and you lost $48. Would it bother you? Would you be protesting? Would you be out running around looking for $48? Only to find out that you overpaid for some items, which rich people do all the time. And then it comes down here a little bit farther and says, but black people are more likely than whites or Hispanics to experience a police officer's threat or use of force. Well, when you get down to it, right down to the nitty-gritty of the whole thing, it could be an attitude. It could be your approach to the police, where a white person will say yes or no, sir, or even a Hispanic. Very polite. You get some black people, and I'm talking about the gangbangers now. I'm not talking about all black people, so don't go calling me a racist, because if you do, I really don't give a shit. I'll just flip you off and go on my own separate way. The thing is, they get in their face. Wrong thing to do. And I'm not the only one who said it. There's a lot of black people out there that are saying the same thing. Don't get in their face. Don't give them a reason. Now, I'm not standing up for Michael Brown. I'm not standing up for Officer Daryl Wilson, whatever. I'm just bringing you the statistics. And I wanted you to see how the news media is twisting them around. They're taking it and twisting it. Most people won't recognize that, though. Most people will read a little blurb, or they'll listen to a 30-second soundbite on the news, and they will go, oh, my God, we got to get out there and protest. It's an epidemic. They're killing all the black people. No, they're not. The statistics, even they wanted justice. The thing is, they didn't get their type of justice. Now, on the other side of the coin, we have the stupidity of 5 NFL players for the St. Louis Rams who came out with their hands up. And I think you remember that. Now, you know, I absolutely agree with people. They have the right to free speech, but not at your place of work. Not where you are employed. How many of you could go to your job and say anything you want and protest any way you want and wear any type of shirt with any type of writing on it, and the boss just says, well, you know, he's got the right to free speech? It ain't going to happen. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Had I been the owner of the St. Louis Rams, which I'm not, obviously, I would have called down to the sideline. I'd have got the coach on the horn and said, you sit those players this whole game. I don't care if we lose this game 1,000-1, 1,000-3. I don't care. You sit them on the bench. And they're to stay there for the whole game. They're not to play. I don't want to see them out on the field. And people would probably, oh, you can't do that. These guys are starters. They're this, they're that, they're that. Yeah, I can. I'm not talking about suspending them. I'm not talking about taking away any money or anything else. I'm just saying I was offended by it. I want them on the bench. And I'd have left them there. And if we lost, we lost. But it would get a point across. You're in a team sport. This isn't your team to go out there and protest. You're in a team sport. Hey, but that's my opinion. And guess what? I'm entitled to my opinion. So once again, this is Ken for the Information Nation, bringing you more stuff. I'm glad you could watch the video. I hope you subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to mark us for email notification when we post our next video. In the meantime, the in-between time, ain't we got fun? Have a great week. We will talk to you later. Bye-bye.